yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 149. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo, with Tim Router and Timothy Hall, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games. And I'm feeling good and I'm feeling fine because it's 10:15 tonight, baby.
No 5 a.m. No 5:30 in the morning this morning.
Yes. And I have to give a shout out to my fellow podcasters here and say thank you so much for changing the time or letting me change the time because they were gracious on a brother this week.
No problem, man.
So I appreciate it, guys.
You're welcome. I love it when you get nuts during the intro because then Google Hangout goes all crazy and it sounds like you're a T-Pain song or something.
Oh, nice.
Gets all auto-tuned out.
Bartender.
That's such an awesome song. Anyway, so tell us about what was going on, man.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Because you just got back today,
first.
didn't you? Yeah.
I just got back. Yeah. It was a long day too, Jack.
Oh, tell us more. Tell us more.
Got to the airport this morning at 9, let's say 9:45.
And where were you?
I was in North Carolina.
Okay.
And it was an hour and a half drive from where I was staying.
Ooh.
And then my flight was pushed back to 4:00.
Oh, wow.
In the afternoon.
Whoa.
It was not sexy.
Were you at Charlotte, though? Charlotte's a nice airport.
I was at Raleigh, Durham.
Oh, okay.
Did your batteries run out on everything you have?
Pretty much.
Tell me you got some Hearthstone in, though, man.
Oh, I did get some Hearthstone, and I got a bunch of Walking Dead in.
Oh, nice.
That was the goal.
There you go.
Yeah, when they pushed it back, I was like, oh, well, Walking Dead it is.
I guess my brain came through then.
That's right.
Exactly. Thanks.
There's a crazy man on the tarmac.
And so it was a good time. Also got to give a huge shout out to Eric Green, one of our listeners there in Franklin, North Carolina. Got to hang out with him this week. We hit up the arcade.
Sweet.
We got some good food. We went to a used game store. I mean, we did what gamers do. You know what I'm saying?
That's really cool.
We did what gamers do. And so shout out to Eric Green and his wifey came out to the show. And he says she's not so much a concert girl, but I think she enjoyed the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyway, so that's nice. What else is going on? Let's see. Was at golf camp. Toby does a FCA golf camp. And that's what we were a part of this week. That's why we were in North Carolina again.
Did you get your golf on?
And, no, I didn't play any golf. There's so many more ways I could embarrass myself than by playing golf.
That's so awesome.
You could impress them though by running to the ball after you hit it.
You are the chubby ninja. I mean,
exactly. He is surprisingly fast.
That's right.
Yeah,
he got there before the ball landed. How did that happen?
And so that was a good time. Let's see, what did I play? Oh, I bought hung with Ed Placencia. I think I talked about it last week. Hung out with him a little bit before I left, and he showed us the Jackbox Party Pack games.
Yeah, he was telling us
comes
about
with
that.
All those games, and so I bought it. And it was so fun that I bought it while I was gone on the road on Steam. And I played it with the guys on the road and they loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And if you're a gamer, you know there's almost nothing better than introducing a video game to non-video game playing people and them loving it.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
pretty cool.
that was so much fun.
It started as a PC franchise.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know Jack. Yeah.
Yep.
And so, and I guess you don't really count it as a video game. Some people probably just count it as like just a game because it's, it's not really like controller in hand, but
it's a party game, kind of.
Yeah, it was a party game. 8 of us. The games we were playing you could play up to 8 people, and we had 8 people, and it made it just hilarious. And I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
That's so great.
Still Cookie Masterson.
Still Cookie Masterson on some of them. There's a girl on one of them. I don't know what her name is, but Cookie's on the other ones. So I didn't get any Witcher in. I was planning on getting so much Witcher in this week. I was like, oh, I'm about to Witcher my tail off, and I didn't get any Witcher in, and I'm really sad about that. All the flights I was exhausted on, so
bad, man.
Didn't end up getting it in, but I really wanted to. And what else? I feel like something else happened, but I can't think of it. But it was a good time all around.
Were you catching up on Walking Dead as in Telltale or as in season 5?
Oh, as in season 4.
Oh, 4. Oh, yeah. You're back in 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, did 5 come out on Netflix and I didn't know about it yet?
No, I think it comes out in October.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They usually come out with the season. The new season.
That's true. I just need to get up super early and watch it on TV.
Yeah.
Because I have them all recorded. I just haven't been able to watch them.
Yeah,
it's good and stressful.
Good.
It really is. It's a good stress, isn't it?
Yeah. I was in the airport like, oh my gosh. So that was fun.
Why is that man talking to himself and shouting at himself?
Exactly. Because that's the thing about having in-ear monitors. Like a lot of people, it's not like headphones where you look over and you're like, oh, that guy's listening to something. Mm-hmm. So people if I make eye contact with somebody, they're always like, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, and you have to work it out of your ear. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, I didn't see you were listening to something. Yes, I was.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was a good week. It was busy. We got to go to Cameron's Boy Camp, which is a place in North Carolina where at-risk youth go, and it's kind of like some of them. It's like the step before juvie.
Oh, wow.
But it really is an awesome place. They take these boys in and they live outside. They have to build their own structures, chop down the trees, no electricity. I mean, saw the trees. We chopped wood while we were there.
That's awesome.
And fished. And it was pretty incredible. It was a pretty incredible thing they got going on over there. So that was really cool just to be a part of that. And it was a great juxtaposition. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's the one I'm going to use.
Go with it.
But it was a great juxtaposition of being there for Toby's golf camp. And here you have these very, middle to upper class kids, and then going to this boys camp that's outside with no hot water and no electricity.
That's amazing.
And sharing with both of them and encouraging both groups. That was really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So
that's all I got to say about that.
No electricity. Needless to say, it was an acoustic set.
No, we just went out there to talk to them. A couple of us went out there just to chop wood with them, see what they did, and we did a little singing. I did a little beatbox for them, and
sweet.
And we kept her going. It was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, trying to give back a little bit. Seriously. Get out of your comfort zone.
Get some positivity in these people.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you could get very in your bubble, and you're like, oh wait, people are dealing with stuff out here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go see what's going on and see if I can't encourage.
It's awesome.
A couple brothers. Yeah,
it
was
really
fun.
Cool. Good, man.
Yeah, man. That's it for me.
All right, that's
Paul.
it. Good night, everybody.
I was going to say router.
Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody.
I was waiting
Sorry,
for.
I usually go last, so I'm not
this
used
week,
to.
Here's the update on my allergies this week.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting on.
Oh, don't worry, that's going to come.
Yeah, you got the polyps looked at, right, or taken care of.
Oh, yeah. You go first, Ryder.
All right, I'll go first. So, went to the doctor this morning. Last week, got my CAT scan. Got my scanned my cat. Got all that done. That literally took 5 minutes. I lay down and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna sleep for a little bit. And she's like, okay, we're done. I'm like, dang it. Can I have 10,
really?
15
that
minutes?
Fast?
Oh, they
it was
didn't even send you into the
minutes.
machine or anything?
No, they did. No, they send you in and they said, just try and stay as still as possible.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there trying to stay as still as possible. I'm like, I'm just gonna take a little nap. And seriously, 2 minutes in, 2-3 minutes in, she wakes up. She's like, okay, we're all done. I'm like, oh, you know what? Just do a full body scan. I want a little more sleep.
Exactly.
Come on, hook a brother up.
My toes, the pollen's been bothering my toes. You can just take this thing all the way down. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, just a little more shut eye,
Yeah.
So I got together with my doctor this morning to discuss the CAT scan. Ready for this?
Oh, no.
Basically, any sinus cavity that I have is full of fluid. And the membranes, the inner membranes are completely swollen, and it is completely full of fluid. He basically said, "I'm really impressed at how well you're sounding and how you're dealing with all this, because basically
you should sound like this."
Right. Basically, every part of my sinuses is either clogged or inflamed or something. I also have a deviated septum, so my septum is deviated. It's deviated. It's not really a nose. So the bottom line is, I'm getting surgery in like 6 to 8 weeks. He's like, you are going to feel 150% better. And it's probably going to make you realize just how rough you had it. But it's just one of those things. I've learned to just kind of deal with it. I've always just been on medication or shots or something like that. This is kind of we're beyond allergies now. This is it's chronic sinusitis is what it's called. And basically chronic,
say it again.
Sinusitis.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. But if anybody was to get it, hello, that would be me.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was good. I mean, he was like, he reiterated, he said that, look, the surgery is going to be very non-invasive. There's no packing. There's no bruising. You might be in a little pain, just a little pain for like a day, and then you should feel a lot better. And so I'm actually really looking forward to this, because I think this is going to change my life. And it's nice to know.
Make that change.
Exactly. It's nice to know exactly what my issues are, and to get something like this fixed. I think it's going to just be worlds better. So it's going to be sometime either late August or early September at this point, because he's got to go through this whole paperwork, send it to the insurance. He said, you shouldn't have any problem getting this covered. You're a perfect candidate for this. And I said,
after you're done with this, can we call you the $600 man?
Yes, exactly.
That's about how much the surgery's going to cost.
How much it's going to cost.
Yeah, exactly. So, so it was good to hear. It was just kind of hilarious that, of course, that's, whatever. He's like, let me guess, you haven't seen this in a while. He's like, yeah, no, you're right. I haven't seen this in a while. I'm like, of course not. It's because it's me. So, but it was good. Let's see, what else is going on besides, sinuses and stuff. I've been feeling good. I've been off my steroids. But my muscles are huge all of a sudden. It's just weird.
Exactly.
But
I get booed every time I go into Yankee Stadium. But
I know, I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, so I've been feeling a lot better, and which is good. Witchering on the game front, I am witchering my tail off. Let's see, I'm at level 34. I'm pretty much doing almost every question mark that's out there at this point, because I think I'm getting close to the end, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm just having too much fun with it, and there's nothing like hugely grabbing me that I want to play right now. So I'm just going to keep going with it. So I'm just witchering my tail off, and then also Hearthstoning my tail off as well. I've reached level 50 hunter, and
nice. Holy crap!
I saved and saved. You know how our strategy was to kind of. Last week you were talking about just saving coin. So I had like almost 900 gold or something like that. So I'm like, all right, well, I didn't want to do any of the single campaigns, because I noticed I'm looking for legendaries. That's what I'm looking for now. And a lot of the legendaries that I want, you have to go through like several single campaign steps to do it. And I'm like, well, forget it. So I went and I bought like half packs, and then I went back into the arena and got some. I ended up getting one legendary card that actually worked well, but I just suck at the arena. I can't, I don't know what it is.
I'm terrible at it too.
I'm so terrible to the point where usually the first two games dictate how I'm feeling. And if I've lost both of them, the third one, I concede right off the bat. I'm like, just give me my card so I can go and start over and live my life again.
I think the only reason I had a 15 win streak in the arena was because there were a couple people that you get into the match and they just immediately explode.
Immediately concede. Yeah. I love that. That's my favorite.
Or it was just like a situation of like, wow, I can't believe I just won that. Somehow I just won this game. So,
yeah. It's so much fun. I'm trying to just get my rank to either 18 or 17 if I can, and I'm so close. And once I get there, I'm not going to play any more ranked, because I always I was on a 4-game winning streak, and then I was on a 4-game losing streak. And it's just like, I don't know if it's the time of day that I'm doing it. Like if I'm doing it in the morning, I tend to win more. When I'm doing it at night, I get crushed. And I think that's when all the gamers come out at night and just start rocking.
The freaks come out.
That's right. Yeah. So, anywho, other than that, man, I got a pretty interesting weekend ahead of me. So tomorrow we are going to be on a private jet up to New York City.
Yeah, excuse me.
With my little poodle Muffy, and we're going to just sip champagne all night and
exactly
and laugh at people all day. No, so
look at them; they look like ants.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh, look at the chubby one! Look at the chubby one run!
Oh, actually, he's kind of fast.
Yeah. Well, he's going quite fast. He's going quite fast.
Is that Hootie and said Blowfish? Anyway, so we have some very dear friends who are extremely generous and extremely wealthy, and
I'd imagine.
And we are. There is a woman on Food Network called the Barefoot Contessa. Her name's Ina Garden, actually. She and Martha Stewart ran deep for a while. My wife absolutely loves her, and our friend's wife absolutely loves her, and they are going to go see her up in New York. She is speaking at up in Woodbury in New York City, right outside of New York City, and they are they're going to go see her, and somehow our friend actually got a meet and greet before to meet her as well. So Lauren is like freaking out. She actually put together like a little gift pack for her with like some labels and stuff. She did that today in the store. So they're doing that. The boys are will probably be working for a little bit, but they happen to have like a private jet timeshare kind of a thing because he does very well for himself. As people do. And so I'm kind of excited. I'm going to take tons of pictures of me big pimping in a private jet. And
I would. Heck yeah.
So it'll be really, really cool. So we leave tomorrow. We come back Sunday morning. We basically walk right up on the tarmac. We don't have to worry about anything. We can bring whatever we want. And it's going to be kind of cool. I'm kind of excited.
You can stay on your phone until you lose signal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be like, so this is how the other side lives. This is pretty amazing. I'm sure it'll inspire me. I'm like, all right, I've got to come up with something to make $1 gazillion so I can get one of these.
I know that's right.
Pretty soon I'll know G5 pilots on a first name basis.
Exactly.
But yeah, so it's going to be kind of cool. We're going to just kind of hang out up in New York and we'll be out in Strong Island for a little bit. So it'll be good. And I've taken way too much time.
That is
I'm
awesome.
going to take some serious pictures, and I'll post a few on Twitter just so everybody can see. And it's just going to be – I'm kind of excited for it. Lauren, of course, is freaking out. She thinks we're going to die in a tragic plane crash.
Oh, brother.
So I said –
She would think you're going to die in a tragic plane crash if you weren't even going on a plane.
She does that anyway, yes.
You're more likely to die in a tragic car crash.
Exactly. When we're driving, she thinks we're going to die in a tragic plane crash. So it's just, it's one of those things like I'm more likely to strangle you than you to actually die in a plane crash. And if you keep it up, the chances might go up even more. No, it's all good. Funny. So anyway, that's way long for me, but there you have it. Hall, over to you, sir.
Yeah, I just finished knocking
boring
on
life
wood.
Of Hall and Patillo.
I was going to say, exactly. I just finished knocking on wood from all that tragic stuff you were talking about.
Yes, I'm doing the same thing.
Oh, goodness. Let's see. This weekend, my sister came to town for her birthday.
Awesome.
We went out and hung out, and I got to watch my nephew while Krista and her went out.
Oh, cool.
Listen how sweet you sound.
That's
You've got
awesome.
to watch your nephew.
Yeah,
look at you, Uncle.
It was fun.
Not have to.
Uncle Hall.
He loves that Rabbids show. You know, the Ubisoft thing. He absolutely loves it, and there's plenty of episodes on YouTube, and he's not necessarily old enough to understand that they're speaking French on those episodes, because
right, of course,
if they put the English ones up there, they'd probably get pulled down pretty quick. But
yeah, sure.
It's a silly show. So I just put it on, and we watched that pretty much the whole time. So
that's awesome.
Nice. The old one-eyed babysitter.
Yeah, exactly. And I got to play a lot of Diablo 3 over the past week.
Ooh,
I want to finish it. So I still haven't finished it. I've started the game probably like 7 times. Because every time I jump back into it, I'm like, what was I doing again? Man, I don't remember.
I hate that, man.
So I have to restart. Yeah. And I restart as the same character every time because I just really like his moves. So
nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm almost on Act 3 now. So it's a 5-act game. I'm about halfway through, I think. So I'd like to try to finish that someday.
And that was one that you kept telling me I need to get, and you're probably right.
It's pretty good. I don't know. Gabe, did you say you played it before?
No, I never played Diablo.
Oh, okay. It's pretty fun. It's kind of an isometric action RPG, maybe. You do the leveling up and you get the rare items and the rare loot and stuff. So
nice.
They have like cranked up the amount of legendary loot you get, because the first time I started it was like you'd get one here and there, and now you'll go out on like a little mission and you'll have like easily 10 pieces of legendary loot when you come back.
Oh, nice. So
they have really ratcheted it up. And the cool thing about it is that when you'll encounter like, you know how with Borderlands they kind of do the stronger characters. Diablo does kind of a similar thing, and when you have like people on your friends list that die on certain characters, if you avenge them, you get to pick up an item and it sends it to their mailbox, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. Right. You've talked about that before.
Yeah, it like sends it to their mailbox in the hub world. So it's pretty neat concept. Like I've picked up things from people from our community where I would die on a certain character, but they have made like ratcheted up the loot so high in that game that I have multiple pieces of loot that I gain health when I hit somebody, like when I hit an enemy. So now when I hit an enemy, I gain like half my health back immediately. So I haven't died since.
That's amazing.
So it's pretty crazy.
Gotta love that.
The way that loot works. And then when my sister came over this weekend, we tried to get the game sharing thing working, but I guess they killed that on the PS4. They like silently killed it because they didn't even talk about it.
Really?
Yeah. So with the PlayStation 3, her and I were able to share like all of our digital games. And the way it worked is you were able to share it with up to one friend. It originally started out that you were able to share it with up to 4 friends. But
that kind of game sharing. I thought you meant the whole play it over the internet.
Yeah,
give you the controller. I was like, no, that's what you meant.
I haven't tried that yet.
I was like, that just got here.
But
it'd be weird that was dead already.
Yeah, we tried it on the, like I said, we used to use it on the PS3 and it worked fine, but on the PS4 it just doesn't work now. Like I said, they silently killed it.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would do that, because we were already like planning a bunch of games we were going to get digitally, and I was like, oh, well, this could be the generation that I own more digital games, but nope, looks like it's not going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, we're still hanging on, aren't we? Us old schoolers.
Oh, I mean, considering that they killed that, yeah, I'm going to buy all physical media.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that they, just to get into like a small rant here, because they're in a lot of news, if they want a lot of people to begin to go digital, they got to do some sales or something, like some more potent sales. Like even if they just match like the Best Buy thing, like if they said, hey, if you have a PS Plus account, you get 20% off all new releases or something.
Yeah.
Just match. I mean, match somebody.
Yeah, and Steam makes everybody's sales look ridiculous.
Yeah, I was going to say, Steam they're just crushing everybody.
I mean, they're just the craziest sales ever.
Well, the reason they had to come so hard and fast with those sales is because piracy was such a huge problem on the PC. Yeah. Whereas with the consoles, they've got those locked down.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we see some more digital sales in the near future. It would be nice to have some of the games in my library digitally, but even just Diablo 3 as an example, my wife got that for me for Christmas for like $30, and it's still digitally, it's still $60.
Wow, really?
That's crazy.
So there's no incentive.
Insane.
Yeah.
None at all.
All righty. That's it.
Nice. Well, Router,
let's bring it.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's do it!
All right, new releases this week. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not played this game yet, you can now get it in all of its beauty and its glory for the PS4. I'm talking about Journey. It is now out and released for the PS4. If you purchased it on PS3, it is FREE on the PS4.
What?
That's what I heard.
Shut up.
I have not confirmed that, so that could be an oops thing. But as far as I know, you can download it for FREE if you purchased it on PS3. I played that game. It is short. It's sweet. It's beautiful, and I think it's going to look incredible on a PS4. I may actually do that.
I never played it. I might want to play it this time around.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a little trippy, but it's gorgeous, and the game mechanics are just beautiful. It's solid. I think you would dig it, and it won't take you very long at all.
Nice.
So that's out and about. Strongly encourage that. I believe we got some DLC for Batman Arkham Knight. Batgirl: A Matter of Family is out this week for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Nice.
We also have Game of Thrones Episode 5, A Nest of Vipers, Telltale, PC, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Also coming out, we have Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, Xbox One and PS4.
Didn't that come out a while ago?
Yeah, I thought that was out already.
No, that was it was a different title. I think this is DLC for it, actually.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's DLC for the New Order. That was the...
Yeah, there we go.
The New Order is what came out.
I thought it was a standalone thing. Was it not?
The New Order?
No, the Old Blood. That was it was kind of like Left Behind.
No, it's a standalone prequel to the critically acclaimed The New Order.
Gotcha.
So I guess it's just being released for Xbox One and PS4.
Maybe it came out physically, maybe it was only out digitally and then it came out physically or something.
That could be. Could be. I checked VG charts again. We're still at June 29th, the week of June 29th, so we may be getting there still. There's still a little bit of hope, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
What was popular during Independence Day?
Exactly.
That would be Batman Arkham Knight was the number one and they had the number 1 and number 2 spot, PS4, Xbox One.
Number 3 was Independence Day for the Dreamcast.
For the Dreamcast.
Not for the Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. Whoops.
Yeah, there you go. Speaking of whoops, did we have any MTTG oops this week on the old Twitter sphere?
Somebody thought that I said lifesaver instead of lightsaber when we were talking about Star Wars, and he said, I don't know, it might have been router's congestion or not. So I tweeted back and I said, of course I said saber. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, I did not see any oops.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
But yeah, please
check it real quick. See if there's any oops going on this week. Let's see. Scott Baker at Scottish Bakery said the Frostbite engine has been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Version 2 powered Battlefield 3 and other EA games. I think that was from a couple weeks ago, though. No, that was from the 17th. So that we might have said something about that last week.
Yeah, I think they're on Frostbite. Are they on 3 yet? Maybe they're still on 2 and they're doing like a cup. Like they did Hardline on one of them. I don't remember which one.
I got you. Nice. Hall.
I think the news of the week is the Street Fighter V stuff.
Lay it on us.
Over the weekend, they announced that there's going to be one disc-based game, and then they're going to add updates to it. And you'll be
forever.
I mean, for as long as they support the game, but they're not going to do any of those like new releases that they used to do. And they've been doing that since Street Fighter 2, where they did like Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, like all these different ones.
They're saying they're not doing that anymore.
No, they're doing like with Street Fighter 4, so the most previous one, they did like Street Fighter 4, what was the Super Street Fighter 4 and then Ultra Street Fighter 4, I think. I can't remember. The problem was
it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, the problem was that every time they did that, different games would have different like balancing and a different player base because it was just a completely different game, like when you would game online.
Right.
So it would always kind of kill the last title. And what they're trying to do, I guess, this time is just release one disc-based game and then make it to where you can get all of the balance updates are still free. And then you get content updates by either spending like in-game currency or purchasing with real-world currency. So it's interesting. I mean, it sounds like they're not going to be like supporting that old method that they used to do.
It would get confusing.
It really did. When a new version would come out, you'd have different characters, and then all of a sudden the last version would be like $5, and you wouldn't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, it was even weird with like owning it on the, like when I was a kid, I had it on Genesis and Super Nintendo, I think. And on Super Nintendo, I had Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which had, I think, more characters, and it was, you had the faster fighting thing. And then on the Genesis, I think I just had Championship Edition. I can't remember, but I mean, there were differences to each one, so it was just weird. Yeah, so hopefully they're trying to alleviate that. I don't know if that's a Sony move, like saying like, hey, this is the way you should probably do this now, not to make people mad anymore, I guess.
Interesting.
I have no clue.
That's so weird.
That's what kind of worried me about getting those games. Like, I was so close.
Because they'd be outdated so fast.
Oh, I was so close to buying Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like right when it came out. But I was like, yeah, but they're going to release a new one in like 6 months.
Exactly.
I don't want to do that.
It's so true. Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
So Shenmue 3 wrapped up its Kickstarter.
Oh, yes, it did.
As you remember, they asked for $2 million and they got $6.33 million.
Oh, man.
Gamers, you freaking night.
Seriously.
So obviously I love this news because I can't wait to, I think I gave out of the 6.33, I think I gave $6 million. So, because I just really want to see this thing get done. No. And so that's great. It reached a bunch of stretch goals that they were planning on or they wanted to reach. And so now we just sit and wait and hope it's not crappy.
So with all the stretch goals that they reached, like what all is going to be in the game now?
Let me see. I don't know. Let me see what the original stretch goals said. The original stretch goals were, I remember it was a bunch of language stuff. So, if they got to 2.5 million, they had Shenmue 1 and 2 cinema shorts to probably, catch you up. Dutch, subtitles, French subtitles, Spanish, Italian, and then a rapport system. So probably with friends kind of situation going on.
That's got to be to do all those multiple languages has to be so time consuming.
Oh, yeah. A skill tree system. Baisha Village expanded. I'm guessing that's where you're going to be. So that'll be bigger than it was going to be, I guess, originally. Baisha Village expanded again. Baisha Village expanded again with additional quests. Battle event. And then a character perspective system. I mean, this thing keeps going. Then Portuguese, new Kickstarter record for video game history, 5.6 million. And then a battle system expanded at 6 million.
Wow.
So,
wow.
I mean, it's pretty crazy.
They only got a little over 6 million, so they're going to add like one more punch.
Exactly. You get do a combo of 5 now.
You get an extra kick. Congratulations.
So, I mean, obviously that's huge that gamers stepped up. And I mean, it shows them that they're selling at least, let's see. So of the $30, the digital copies, they'll sell at least 26,000 of those. Let's see, physical copies, man, that's a low number. Still only 4,000, 14,000, 2,000. I mean, they'll have a lot of copies out there, but it's not going to be like like we're used to seeing when something goes nuts,
Yeah. They're doing a physical copy, right?
Yep. They're doing a digital and physical copy.
Cool.
Yeah. They're doing an art book. They're doing all kind of stuff. They're getting after it.
That's awesome.
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Shenmue, baby.
They've got the cinematics on their router, so technically we could play it.
Or you could just watch Shenmue Saturdays.
Or
Hello.
where we just do watch.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm right here, people.
Gosh.
I'm over here.
That's what I should have been watching this past weekend. Darn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shenmue Saturdays.
Yeah, man.
You know somebody, the guy that does it.
I'll put that on when I need a good nap.
If I watch it, we can get it up to 100.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Go tell your friends. Give us something else, Hall.
Some animation came out this week from a canned Crash Bandicoot animated series.
Yeah, I saw that. That's hilarious.
That was kind of cool. It kind of, I mean, it was really funny because it was like, wow, animation was that bad not that long ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a neat little concept thing. Like, it looked like it would have been a kind of funny show. It was posted by the producer of the game, and I think that this guy worked for Universal Studios. Universal was the publisher on the Crash Bandicoot series, and they hired Naughty Dog to develop it. And I guess that the plan was to do, like, depending upon how popular the game was, the plan was to do an animated series and then a ride at Universal Studios, like the theme park.
Wow.
Was Crash Bandicoot that popular?
I was going to say.
I think so, because, I mean, he was
I remember
kind
him being
of
popular,
a Sony mascot there for a second.
Yeah.
Remember when consoles needed mascots?
Exactly. Sonic, Mario, Crash.
Exactly. There were Crash commercials where he was like standing outside of Nintendo headquarters, like calling out Mario.
That's how Sonic did too. Back when commercials could come at each other like that.
Sega does
get
what
offended.
Nintendo.
Yeah. Now you get sued.
Yeah. Nintendo. Yeah, exactly. Nice. So you can play Guitar Hero Live this weekend.
Ooh.
If you want, at Best Buy. There's 120 stores across the United States that are getting Guitar Hero Live in them. This July 24th and 25th, between the hours of 3 to 8 on Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday. You can go to Best Buy's website and find out if you've got one near you. We don't.
No.
For whatever stupid reason. The closest we have, I think, is Clarksville, which is an hour away.
That's interesting.
And maybe
is there one in Knoxville? I'm going to be out that way this weekend.
Oh, you know what? Actually, there's one in Murfreesboro.
Oh,
there you go.
So that's 45 minutes away. Still too far to drive to go try a game, in my personal opinion.
Oh, come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
I played it already.
Oh,
yeah, you didn't fly across the country to play games or anything.
That's true.
Nice, Hall.
Well, I got a second to your laugh from Gabe.
Touche. It's because it's so true. I did fly across the country to play video games.
Yes, you did.
Oh, my life.
Oh, that's awesome.
You give us something else, Hall.
Yeah, hurry up and give you something else before we expand on that topic.
Exactly, yeah. Before my life sounds sadder.
There was a lawsuit. I didn't even know about this. There was a lawsuit back in, looks like 2007, filed against Microsoft for their disc scratching thing on the Xbox.
Yeah, I saw that. What's that about?
The 360 had some, like the original had some issues with if a game was spinning and you moved the console, like there was a risk of the disc kind of flying up and doing some crazy stuff. I never experienced it because I wouldn't move my console when it was doing stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're grown and know better.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it was pretty bad. They had like 55,000 complaints in a year over this.
What?
Wow.
And all of
is it because people moved their stuff while they were
I think it
playing or just it laying there and scratching the disc?
No, I think it could have occurred. I guess for some people it could have occurred like without even moving the console, because that disc tray was pretty bad on the 360.
Wow. Okay.
I never had it happen, but a lot of the used Xbox 360 games I bought had scratches. They were basically circular scratches where you could tell it was inflicted by something, like while the disc was spinning.
Oh, wow.
So it was just a common problem with those, and it's so strange. But anyway, it's coming back up. I don't know, like Microsoft is considering appealing it, I think. But I guess it's set to appear in federal court. So it could end up being a class action lawsuit.
Oh my gosh.
I think what it's going to end up being is if you own a 360, you'll get like a couple free digital games or something.
Yeah, they'll sweep it up under the rug.
You'll get a free 360.
That'd be nice. I need a 360. No, I don't. I need an original Xbox. I was looking up the price of Shenmue 2 just in case that happens. And it's really expensive on the Dreamcast because it wasn't released here in the States. Gotcha. It was released in Japan and in Europe, or in the UK, I should say. And so it's quite expensive to get one here. But
so was that backwards compatible on 360? Do you know? There were a lot of original Xbox games backward compatible on 360.
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
That'd be one to look up because you could get. I have seen some ridiculous deals on 360s lately.
On 360s,
oh yeah.
Down there in Spring Hill, you could probably get one for like $50, like off Craigslist or something.
I should look into that. That's
light bulb.
Yeah, very wise of you, Sage.
That's right.
I can help you with saving money. I can't tell you much about all kinds of games, but I can help you save some money.
I already switched my insurance to Geico. Anyway, so Troy Baker has said that he's quitting Twitter.
Oh, Lord.
Why
did he join the whole Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift battle?
I support Troy Baker in everything he does. So Troy, if you want to quit Twitter, you go ahead and quit Twitter.
Okay.
I won't push you aside like Router, but I've also smelled your hair and it smells like talent. So,
and that's why he's never going to listen to this podcast.
Exactly. No, he retweeted something that somebody else said about Caitlyn Jenner. And obviously Caitlyn Jenner / Bruce Jenner is a very touchy subject with people. Mm-hmm. And so a guy named Brian W. Foster had tweeted, Bret Michaels looks like Mickey Rourke tried to become Caitlyn Jenner.
Man.
That's a 1-2 punch of a sentence.
1-2-3 punch.
That's a doggone Bret Michaels, Mickey Rourke, and Caitlyn Jenner.
Wow.
All wrapped up in one. Anyway, the backlash, I guess, was so crazy that Baker responded to the critics by saying, it's a shame when there are people who would much rather choose to be offended than laugh. And then his next tweet, which was 21 hours ago, was I quit Twitter.
Wow.
So his account's not gone, but he says he quit Twitter, and we'll see if he actually sticks to his word on this one or if he comes back on. I see him coming back on only because he's an entertainer.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard for entertainers to step out of the limelight. And, he's got a lot of followers on there and people love him. And
well, that's the problem. He had a lot of followers, and I guess now there's going to be a lot of hate on him. Like, well, there already has been. So
yeah. So he's got 137,000 followers, and people are went nuts on him. But he tweeted a lot. So we'll see. We'll see if he sticks with it. But he says he quit Twitter. That's the last thing he said.
Sweet. All right.
Sorry, Troy. Sorry that people get, I get it. But I love stand-up comedy. And so I get that people are just trying to make other people laugh. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's at somebody's expense. And I'm not saying that's always good.
It's too soon. It's too soon for people.
Yeah, maybe it's too soon because Caitlyn had just got here. Mm-hmm. Was just born.
Caitlyn was just born.
Just revealed. Hall, you got anything else before we have to quit podcasting? Because people get mad at us.
Because no one's listening now.
I've got 3 cool PC updates, I guess. Knights of the Old Republic.
None of them are Batman.
And won't be until September.
2 came out, 11 years ago or so?
Uh-huh.
The port team, Aspire Media, is updating the game for...
Not the same guys that ported Batman. Just want to say that.
Maybe
we're not bitter or anything, are we?
Yeah, I'm not bitter that I spent the money and it's just sitting here on my computer, unplayed.
And it's going to sit there.
Aspire, maybe they should get Aspire on that. They're a pretty good development team. They're pretty popular for porting things to Mac and Linux.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Knights of the Old Republic 2 is on Windows, Mac, and Linux. They've updated it with 37 achievements, Steam Cloud saves, native widescreen resolution support for up to 4K and 5K, which is crazy.
Oh, that's fun.
And support for all controllers. So that's pretty nuts.
Boom.
Wow.
I love it.
It's $7.49 right now.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure about KOTOR 2, but KOTOR 1 is a little hard to play nowadays with all the better games. And it's a BioWare game, so they did, like, KOTOR 1 was a BioWare game. So, like, all the stuff that they kind of set in KOTOR, they added to in Mass Effect and made it a much better game. But, in my opinion. But KOTOR 2 may be a little closer to that, although it was developed by a different team. I think it was developed by Obsidian.
I just love I just love that you're saying KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, that's the way you got to say it.
Yeah, clearly.
Exactly. So, we talked about back in a couple weeks ago, we talked about the Windows 10 being able to stream Xbox One games, and that is now here for everyone.
Wow.
If you have Windows 10, you can play Sunset Overdrive or some Halo Master Chief Collection matches on your device. And I guess they just recently removed the Xbox to PC game streaming restrictions that they had going on. I guess they, were still testing it and everything like that. And some more features are hitting the Xbox app, the Windows 10 Xbox app, with party chat, screenshots, video clips, and game DVR. So that could be banging. I'm still not upgrading to Windows 10, but I might try to maybe dual boot my laptop and have Windows 10 over on one side, because I'm shaky on Windows when it just comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm shaky even if it's been out.
And you're on, what are you on right now?
XP.
I'm on 8.
XP Home Edition.
Exactly. Home Edition SP2.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, man, you got to get that SP3, man.
That's right. Got to update that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I heard there's a glitch in there.
Yeah, SP3 is just Vista in disguise.
That's right.
Like, you install it and all of a sudden you're like, oh, crap.
You're like, oh, what did I do?
Dang it.
They get you to Vista so you want to upgrade to something else. You're like, oh, man.
Trying to Control Z your update. Like, that's not how Control Z works.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, sorry, brother.
No, that's awesome.
That's good stuff. Oh, what else you got, brother?
So modders have taken some of the stuff from Skyrim, or the engine from Skyrim, and they're making Oblivion in the Skyrim engine. Yeah.
Wow.
So they're bringing number 4 to number 5, essentially.
That is crazy. How in the world is that happening?
How do you even do that?
They're basically just recreating the game.
Wow.
It's a
that is
big
nuts.
Volunteer project.
That is a huge
That's a huge undertaking, isn't it?
Yes, extremely.
Yes.
I mean, and they could like leave things out. Like, they could leave out the voice acting if they wanted, but then again, all that stuff is just in Oblivion, so they could bring it over anyway.
Wow.
That's
a labor of love. They must really love
Oblivion. Was pretty good though. Like, it would have made sense for Bethesda to try to bring it out on newer consoles like last gen. I mean, they did release. Well, never mind. They did release it on 360 and PS3. Well, never mind.
Huh?
It would make sense for them to try to bring it to PS4 though, because it was pretty rough on the console.
Really?
Yeah. Like
die before you even know you're in a fight?
Like, if you've played Skyrim, you could not play that game on console. It just is not even close to the same experience.
Wow. Oh, interesting.
That's just my opinion.
I feel you.
And also Resident Evil 2 is getting an Unreal Engine 4 remake on the PC. And it looks pretty good.
Man.
It's not an official. It's just.
Can we get some new games going on?
Yeah,
please?
Can we not do these remakes over and over again? Yeah, we get it. The graphics are awesome now. Let's move on.
It is so much different though. Like, they're remaking it kind of like Resident Evil 4 was, like, where it was kind of an over the shoulder thing. Whereas Resident Evil 2 originally was like it was just like Resident Evil 1, where it was kind of like pre-rendered backgrounds and you're kind of walking around on them.
Yeah, just running against a wall.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2 Reborn is the name of the project.
Interesting.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, I might have to check that out, I guess.
They got an alpha coming out sometime, I think, this year.
I like it.
Is 2 the only one that you'll play, Hall?
Resident Evil 2, I played 1 a lot and I really liked it.
1 was good. I mean, one is always it seems like 1 is always the best. Is there? That should be a listener question one week, is like, what sequel has ever been better than the original?
Right.
Uncharted 2.
They got to be few and far between.
Uncharted 2.
Yeah, those got better. Yeah, for sure.
It just depends. I mean, with Resident Evil, they weren't, for 1, 2, and 3, I mean, they were basically about the same game, like gameplay wise. So it would make sense that they could backslide a little bit on the sequels.
Right.
Resident Evil 1 is a fantastic game, Router, and I think
it's really good.
They released that remaster, and I think it's on PS4.
I'll have to check it out.
So you could get that, and you could play it, like play the first game, like with modern graphics and stuff. So
okay,
it's a really good game. I think they took out I want to say they took out the ink ribbons. Do you remember those, Gabe?
Oh yeah.
So in the first game,
that's how you save the game, right?
Yeah, in the first game, you had to collect these ink ribbon items, and you had to use those to save, and you could not, like if you ran out, you could not save.
Oh wow!
Yeah, like an ink ribbon at a typewriter.
Oh, that's cool.
You would have to save. Yeah.
Yeah, you would type in your save file. It was pretty cool.
You just think about the person just typing out like what happened in the last little bit, and that's how they remember.
That would not work in like today's gaming,
where you had to have something to save.
Yeah, limited saves.
Yeah, people would hate that for sure. You all out, brother?
I think that's it.
Well, last week we asked you guys a hard question, but we don't shy away from the tough questions around here.
That's right. Fair and unbalanced.
Fair and unbalanced.
And unbalanced. It should be fair and balanced, but fair yet unbalanced.
Fair and unbalanced. With the loss of Iwata-san last week, we asked you guys what your favorite Nintendo game was. And starting over at the forums, I got to start with my boy Donnie Reese. This is a little longer, but Donnie Reese is like our Nintendo guy on the forums. So out of respect, start with him. He says, how anyone could ever choose just one game to represent their favorite Nintendo title is beyond my comprehension. They've done so much for this industry so many times. Feels like you're doing a disservice to the ones that you don't pick. My favorite Nintendo game of all time continues to be Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. The remaster on Wii U is incredible. The short list of their best and brightest. Number 1, Super Mario World. That's what I'd have to agree with.
Yes.
Number 2, Mario Kart. Doesn't matter. Pick one, although Mario Kart 8 is almost flawless. I agree.
I agree there.
3, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. This is the only one I didn't necessarily agree with, but I understand his point. Number 4, Wii Sports. Might be the world's most adopted console video game. So you have to kind of take that with a grain of salt, because it's not necessarily an amazing game, but
it's the concept over the game.
Oh, well, that so many people own it because so many people bought a Wii.
Yep.
And so many people only played that.
Yeah.
I played a mess out of tennis, man. I loved me some tennis. That was great.
Yeah. Tennis and bowling
was so fun.
Bowling was awesome. Oh.
Yeah. And then 5, he says Splatoon. While it might die on a failed hardware concept, if you've played it, you have to include it on your list. Splatoon's hook is something special. A shooter that ages 4, 8, 28, and 48 can play competitively together.
My nephew loves it.
That happened last weekend at my house.
Nice.
So Donnie Reese, thank you, man, for the answer.
That was a great summary right there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't put Donkey Kong Country. Only because I thought that game was so amazing and like groundbreaking at the time when it came out.
Part of that was the 3D look, I think, like for both of us. You got to think back to what age we were at that time, and like just looking at that game and being impressed with it. Like it's less impressive now, I guess, when you take away the it is, but thinking back on it, you're like, holy crap. Oh, man, yeah, my memories of it are great. Yeah, I loved that game.
Tigsta still on the forum. Honestly, I was never a Nintendo fan. I owned an N64 only to play GoldenEye. I had an Atari 2600 and 5200. I just never got into the NES and SNES systems. When they came out, I was out of high school and they looked kiddie. I stopped playing games until the Genesis came out. So he's got to say GoldenEye, which makes complete sense. That game was ginormous and it felt like everybody was playing it.
Another game where the memory outlives the game.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, if we played that now, I'm sure it'd be very frustrating.
Exactly. Hop Tongar on the forums. For me, Nintendo has achieved what I call platform perfection. I can honestly say that the gameplay of any of the new Super Mario games is perfect. I love all the old Mario games as well, but the new ones are perfect to me. I especially enjoy the new one for Wii U. I know you guys don't have a lot of love for Wii U, but I think that game is overlooked. It is the best Mario platformer game ever made, in my opinion.
Wow.
And my favorite Nintendo game because of it is a culmination of the evolution of the platformer genre and a joy to play. I got to give it to him, man. Those Mario games are incredible. They are incredible games. And so I can totally see where he's coming from. Over on Twitter, Mean As Friends, at Mean As Friends. My favorite would have to be Super Metroid on the SNES. Chaman Bassett, Pokemon. Much of my love for co-op games like Destiny came from collecting them all with my brothers.
Yeah, that was a really fun one.
And Michael Guthrie at Calmed Fury, Pokemon Red and Blue. Great introduction to RPGs for kids.
That's right.
It's still in my Game Boy Color, and I replay it every few years.
Still fun.
I might have to play a freaking Pokemon game before this is all said and done. Before I kick the bucket.
It's on your bucket list.
I've purchased some of the I think the last one I bought was a DS one, and I can't remember which one it was, and I tried to start playing it and I was like it didn't give me the same feeling that the original did.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean I still own, I think the one I have is yellow. I can't remember. I had red growing up and blue at various points and stuff, but yellow is the one with where you start out with Pikachu instead. It's not a different game really at all, but I mean it's still fun to this day. So
I love it. Nice. Well, you guys know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast, YouTube.com/married to the games. We're going to start getting stuff bubbling over there. Go check out Shenmue Saturdays. You got to get caught up if Shenmue 3 is coming out. And what better way to get caught up than with Shenmue Saturdays?
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? For those that watch it, that's how I start all of them. And falsetto.
Beautiful.
And yeah, exactly. And marriedtothegames.com. Come check out the forum. We having conversations. We talking about things over there. Real life and video game life. So without further ado, Paul.
Rate us on iTunes so that you can fly across the country and play some games.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well played.
Let's get into some questions.
Moving on, we got some email. We got Eric Green. I know you hung out with him, so he sent a nice little email back saying, just wanted to thank you for everything Friday night. I haven't had that much fun in a while, but I just wanted to drop you a line and ask a question for the podcast. What's the craziest thing you have ever done for gaming? I personally started waiting in line for the 360 at 10 a.m. the day before. That's hardcore. To me, craziest thing I've done for gaming is this podcast. Like, I never expected to build a community like this, and I never expected to have such a bond with so many amazing people like this. And to me, that's just crazy because this is just something that we kind of dreamed up, and now it's happening. And so for me, it's all you guys, and so I love it.
Yes, I have to agree with that. That's for sure. I mean, I mean, think about your life, and I'm saying this to everyone. Think about your life and just think about one thing that you do once a week for almost 3 years.
Yep.
And that is this for us.
Yep.
And it really has become an incredible community, and we can't believe it. And it's, I mean, we're dumbfounded that.
Out of left field, Hall.
Laundry. Think about
I like it.
That's true. You do it.
Yeah. You do laundry, but that's not like a fun there's nothing fun about thing to do.
Laundry is so fun. Are you kidding?
Oh, it's great.
Oh man, well come do mine.
Yeah.
If you like it so much. I got to say this podcast too. Good answer, Router.
Yeah.
What about you, Halsifer?
I got to go with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
You're welcome.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, I think that, I would love to do like a Black Friday thing and like waiting in line for 360 at 10 a.m. the day before it comes out. That's hardcore. I don't think I'd ever.
Yeah, it is.
I think I would be divorced at that point if that ever happened.
She's like, hey, if you go, just know that you can't come back.
You can't
is
come
what
back.
Lauren would say.
So here are your things. No, it's all good. But I just love this, man. I love doing this.
Yep. I totally
and I think
agree.
it's what makes us crazy. All right, moving on. Brian Armstrong at email sends us an email. He said, so I don't know if you guys remember me, but I wrote in a few months ago about this boss who was just awful. You told me to write in with an update. So here you go. Here's an update. I'm not going to name Nate. Yeah, here we go. I'm not going to name names, but Timothy Hall, a.k.a. the reluctant multitasker, advised that advised, it's a congestion.
Exactly.
Advised that maybe I see about talking to someone above my boss to see what we could work out. Well, I did that, and I got fired.
No way.
Don't worry. It's actually the best thing that could have happened, as I'm free of that horrible person and a bad job. 2 weeks after getting fired, I found a new job in Seattle. I'm currently in Houston.
Ooh.
We just moved here from the other side of Washington 11 months ago, and here we are moving across the country again. So while that stinks, I'm excited about the future, and I'm happy to be going home. So here's a question. Any tips on moving across the country for cheap? It cost me about what it would cost to buy 33 PS4s to get here, and I'd like to do it for a little less this time. So if you guys or the community have any tips, let me know. Love you guys. Thanks for keeping me sane.
Sell everything you own and rebuy it when you get there.
Boom.
Hall.
There it is.
No, Hall, you don't get to say anything. You got him fired already.
Dude, if he got fired, you
liberated him, dude.
Probably the worst company ever.
Yes, he worked for Horrible Bosses 3.
I have had acquaintances who have experienced like bad HR, and it's just ridiculous. Like I don't even understand.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And I think what, if anything, you have liberated him. So that's awesome. And it's exactly what needed to happen. So now he's moving, and now we need to get him out there. So, man, I don't know. I've
never moved across country.
I haven't moved across country either, but I kind of like your idea, Hall, of just do a massive garage sale and then buy stuff.
And what's important, you'll buy again.
It works best if you have a lot of stuff that's about ready to be like updated. So like if you've had a mattress for 8 years and
it's time.
Your TV's like 7 years old and etc.
I mean, I would start by just picking and choosing, like starting to get really picky about things. Take the essentials and everything else, either garage sale at Craigslist it, because man, it is amazing how much you can make in garage sales. We do it every year. And, if you have some stuff that you don't want to take out, or you think that you could probably get out there, then man, put a garage sale together or get a whole community garage sale together and make it happen. And you could probably make some pretty penny.
I'm telling you, everything from Seattle is cooler.
Yeah, there you go.
And so, buying stuff from Seattle is a good plan.
I love that.
Man, congratulations on getting a new gig, man. That's
awesome, Brian.
Yeah,
thanks for that.
Awesome.
I'm so glad he gave us an update, because I love when we give really horrible advice and then we get updates from it. I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
Oh my gosh.
There are many executives that have stories about getting fired.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Absolutely.
And it was getting fired that was kind of their motivating factor.
Dude, you had the right advice, hands down. And I think if that's what it had to take, that's what it had to take. But I mean, you can tell he's so much happier now, which is awesome. So there it is.
Exactly.
There it is.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. Armstrong.
The invoice is in the mail, Brian, for for our fees, for Hall's fees. No, it's all good. Good luck and congrats. It's awesome. Moving on, Daniel Allen. I'm in a bit of a dilemma. My Blu-ray drive.
Oh man, we got all kind of situations going on right now.
Putting out fires left and right.
Putting out fires.
Yeah, he's like, Hall told me to buy this movie, and I bought it, and it broke my DVD player.
But I bought a new DVD player, and it's really good. So
that's right.
There you go.
But I got to move across country. My Blu-ray, my Blu-ray drive on my PS3 just died. Should I replace the PS3 since I have a decent backlog of games to complete, or should I invest the cash into Xbox One as I have a PS4 thanks to my lovely wife? Thanks for keeping me entertained and informed. Love the show. P.S. Can I get a birthday shout out to my twin baby girls turning 2 and myself on July 25? My most expensive birthday ever. Trust me. Amen to that. Daniel Allen, happy birthday, and happy birthday to those beautiful twin baby girls turning 2.
Yeah, man.
That is awesome. Just go take a nap. Like, just do something.
He's the only one that can actually sing that. They say it's your birthday. Oh, it's my birthday too, y'all.
Yes. Times 2.
We all usually sing it, but yeah, exactly. Times freaking 2.
So the original Blu-ray drive on PS3, should I replace the PS3? Oh man, I don't know. You got if you have a lot of games on your PS3, you already have a PS4. Just go to Best Buy and buy a cheap Blu-ray player and call it a day. I mean, you can,
no, but he's wanting to play. He's wanting to play games, right?
I know.
There are so many PS3 games that aren't on PS4 yet, and I don't think the backwards compatible list on like 360, for instance, like is going to be near as big, like to cover all of his backlog. So I would say maybe just buy another PS3 , maybe.
Yeah,
I would think so. Craigslist it though, man.
Yeah, you could get them for cheaper. Sure. You could certainly get it for cheaper.
You could get it for $80 to $100.
Yeah.
Remember, I got the Super Sexy Slim.
Oh, that's right.
With 6 or 7 games for $200 before the PS4 was out.
That's right. And now, and now it'll be
that turned out to be a good deal.
It'll be even less. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good idea. I don't necessarily think an Xbox One is going to matter, but if you've invested a lot in PS3, yeah, I would do that.
Honestly, it depends on like how long the Rise of Tomb Raider lead is going to be.
You think?
Because if it's like a week exclusive, I mean,
that's ridiculous.
You know,
that's not worth it.
That's not going to happen.
Even if it's a month, that wouldn't really be that bad because it would still be coming before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's hard. It's hard because then they just released that like the Call of Duty multiplayer beta is going to be out on PS4. Remember, like E3, they're like, this is the new home of Call of Duty. It's like a week.
Yeah.
And you're like,
really?
That's not the new home of Call of Duty. And it's just a week long.
And all the Xbox gamers are like, yeah, I'll wait. That's cool.
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
The thing is, and I guess we'll find out soon, but like, I think that the lead time is not going to be that long because if they had a really long lead time, they would say it. Yeah, they'd be like, this isn't even coming out for like another year.
Yeah.
Or this isn't coming out till after the holidays. They haven't even said that. Because they could say like, the PS4 version isn't coming till after the holidays, and everybody'd be like, oh, well, I got to get an Xbox One then for sure. But you know, the fact that they haven't said anything makes me feel like they don't have very long of an exclusive.
That makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. If that's the case, that's a lot of hype for nothing.
I know,
really.
Right?
I mean,
I say buy the PS3.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good call. All right, let's move on to Twitter. At dspend67. So on the Twitter call out, the pick I put, tell us what's on your mind. So our boy D-Spend, he says, my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah, nice.
He said, one thing you want to do on your birthday but haven't yet. He said, me, the gun range.
Nice.
And honestly, I have to agree. I'd love to do that too. I think that'd be fun.
Skydive.
Yes.
Ooh,
let's do that.
Let's do that. Brave man.
No, let's do that.
I think I want to do that.
Paul, what do you want to do on your birthday? But haven't yet.
That's a hard one. I don't know. Taxes?
What?
I'm kidding.
Get out of here. On your
That's
birthday?
a month too late.
That's funny.
No. Shoot.
Taxes. Good
I don't know.
Lord.
The gun range does sound pretty fun.
I love that idea. I think you win hands down. Gun range right there. Let's go shoot some things.
I like it.
Kyle Hyman at Psychocross. In the spirit of Journey, if you had to walk somewhere, what would your destination be and why? Who would you run into on the way? And if you haven't played Journey yet, it means absolutely nothing to you. But if you had to walk somewhere, anywhere, what would your destination be and why? You know what I would love?
The fridge. Does the fridge count?
The fridge totally counts.
And I hope I run into my wife on the way.
There you
what up,
go.
Bro?
Yeah. Good answer, man. I like that.
Thank you. Chubby Ninja.
I'll
be here all week.
If I had to walk somewhere. Paul, what about you?
I don't know. When he mentioned this, I was thinking about how the place I grew up, I had to walk I think it was 2 miles to get to the mall or something. So that was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, I did that back in the day for sure.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind walking down the coastline of California or something like that. I think that'd be really cool.
There we go. There's a good answer. Going
just
out
because I love the beach, doing something like that, and just walking. Yeah. I love walking anyway. It's fun.
It would be cool to. I mean, and we're landlocked, so this would never happen. But it'd be cool to be able to walk to a beach from your house.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Beachfront property.
I would love that.
It'd be a short walk to joy. Let's just say that.
And as far as who I would run into along the way, anyone who wants to have a conversation with me. Speaking of walking, there was actually a really great story. I can't remember if I told this or not, but before Comic-Con, there was a man from San Francisco that walked down to Comic-Con in honor of his wife who had passed away from cancer in a full Stormtrooper uniform.
What?
Wow.
All the way down. So obviously he got free passes to Comic-Con. They got there and he had his wife's name on the back. He brought a jogging stroller for all of his belongings, raised money along the way, and of course got the VIP treatment at Comic-Con. I saw that story afterwards and I was like, that is awesome.
That's good.
So good for that
That's
guy.
the kind of walk I'd want to do too. I think that'd be amazing.
I think that right there.
That takes the cake.
A pretty inspiring story.
Right?
I took a walk. Awesome.
All right. Let's move on.
Speaking of a walk, whatever happened with that the walking gamer? Does anybody remember that?
He got sick. Remember he left his house?
Oh no, I do remember that.
To turn around and go back home.
He said he was going to try to do it again. Did he ever try?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I actually went back and read his blog a couple times over the months, and he never really it never got back to the same level of let's go across the country like Forrest Gump. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
mm-hmm. That would have been cool.
That would be so amazing though, just to walk across the country.
Yeah,
that would be pretty incredible.
That would take forever, but it'd be so much fun. Moving on, at Ed Placencia. So again, in the shout out, I said, tell me what's on your mind. Ed said, "Oh, you don't want to know what's on my mind. # mostly balloons and Care Bears."
What in the world?
That is in true Ed Placencia form. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Is. And it was great seeing you and Sarah last week, and it was awesome.
Man, he got to see Stancil.
I know. I'm so jealous.
So jealous.
Crossovers.
Yep.
MTTG bringing people together.
Like that
since
episode where
a couple weeks ago.
They had Urkel on what was that show? Full House.
They had Urkel on Full House?
Urkel on Full House?
Yes.
You're kidding.
They had a crossover episode.
That is weird.
Love that era. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I know. TGIF.
Aaron Bonner.
That show was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Aaron Bonner at Takana Rosen. We've had ones that we'd go anywhere with and ones we wish would die in a fire. What are your fave and least favorite side characters?
Oh, that wasn't my question of the week, but it's very similar.
Very close.
Yes.
Favorite and least favorite side characters.
My favorite side character, is probably Zeke in the Infamous games.
Oh, hey, man.
Yeah, I always thought he was really funny.
I did like Zeke.
And then when I called Sucker Punch and he's the voice of the automated service, I thought that was hilarious. Least favorite. You guys go. I don't know. I have to think about that one.
Shoot, man. I like Zeke. That's a good one. I'm trying to think.
I know least favorite, Rico in Killzone. He was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with the Ghost in Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for worst. Yeah.
I like that. Poor Peter.
The moon. Yeah, I didn't like him. And he always like, oh, I'll just need a minute. And then you have to fight 3 waves of enemies. You're like, oh, I need you to open this door up.
Just take your time there, brother.
Exactly.
I got all day. I might go with that too, with the Ghost. That's not a bad idea.
You don't even like that game.
Yeah, well.
So I guess that helps you.
It only helps my cause.
For favorite, I think I may have to go with somebody from Mass Effect, but it would be hard to pick somebody. All the characters are pretty well fleshed out.
Yeah, man. There was good character development in Mass Effect.
They did those games are good. Yeah.
Oh, those games are good. Real good. I can't think. We got to move on. Anybody else got anything?
Keep going. I got my favorite and least favorite.
Yeah, you got yours in.
Yeah, same.
All right. Chowfie, do you wear them flip-flops in the summer?
Sometimes.
I got them tan lines, Bishop.
That's right. Of course I wear flip-flops in the summer. It's 101 degrees here half the time.
That's awesome.
Anybody else want to add to that?
No, I wear them for sure.
No, me too. Felipe at I Like Some Games. Gabe, you sing a lot during Shenmue Saturdays. Are you planning on making a song after you finish it? You probably should. I think he just called it.
I'll do a song after I finish all 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, by then it'll be 2021 or something.
Yeah, be looking at that for spring of 2035. Like I was walking in the Buita.
Exactly.
I do sing a lot during that game, though. I don't know why. I just do. It doesn't make any sense. There doesn't need to be singing in the Let's Play.
But you do it anyway, so it's all good.
I sing regardless.
That's right. At Arctic Warlocks, sitting at work. What's on my mind? Been asked to work more overtime than what I've been doing. Any chance for 2 podcasts a week? It's hard enough getting one, brother. I wish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To do this.
This one barely gets across the finish line.
Yeah, exactly. Work all your overtime and then save up like a couple weeks, and then you can listen to us twice in a week.
Yeah. Or go start at number 1. You can listen to the new one and then the oldest one.
All the way back. That'd be amazing. But man, good luck with that. Overtime. Hey, overtime ain't bad. At least you're making some money.
Get that paper.
So, and finally, Aaron Dads at Indio Techno. I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. And he sent us a link to Information Society's video, which I thought was amazing.
Nice.
I want to know. So kudos to you for a little.
How does that song go?
Throwback. That was the one that went pure energy. Boom, boom. I want to know what you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what's. Oh, it's totally old school, alternative, retro. Like what was
Goodness.
that? 80,
it's a good song.
88, 89-ish, somewhere around there. Classic song. So thank you for that little throwback. That was amazing. And that is how we're going to end it, with a little Information Society throwback for you.
Nice.
Thank you so much, everybody, for working with us. I know everybody was probably expecting to call out yesterday, but thanks for participating as you always do.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. Remember to catch us on our Oops. Hashtag MTTG Oops. We know we're not perfect, and we're allowing you guys to point that out to us. So let us know what we were wrong about. And the question of the week for you guys, like I said, it was similar to what was asked already. But if you could pick a side character to get their own game, who would it be?
That's a good one.
Router, you start.
Oh,
can you come up with anything? A side character that should have their own game.
I don't know.
Hall.
They could do like mini Mass Effect stories based on each character or something.
They could definitely do some. They could definitely do some DLC on that.
One of our complaints was always like Shepard is not that great. So take one of the great characters and make something out of them.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like a prequel story or something.
Do you think Robin deserves a game?
I mean, he could.
They could make a good Robin game, I'm sure.
I want a good story because Robin's always just like, oh, it's just Robin. In my opinion.
know, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, does he need like a
poo-poos him? I
know. He needs some love.
What about Alfred?
like a young Alfred before he gets caught up with Bruce.
Yeah.
I like that.
For some reason I just imagine like Alfred's going out when Batman goes out, and secretly Alfred's like the one taking out all the bad guys. But Batman doesn't even realize it. He's like, yeah, I just did that spin kick and took out like 4 guys, and it really was Alfred.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious. That's great. I like it.
I like that idea, though, like a young Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Like, how did he get into all this? How did he meet?
Back when he was a ladies' man?
Yeah, right?
He couldn't even help himself. He was just such a pimp.
Pimp Alfred.
Yeah, they're like, dang, man, Alfred be out here pimping.
He got game.
Yeah, he got game for days. Hey, you know who I like running with? Alfred, because all the ladies come out running.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's the original guy that had to stick to the shadows because all the ladies.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, man. So let us know what sidekick or side character do you think should have their own game? Maybe even like a prequel with Tess from The Last of Us.
Hey,
could be cool. So you could see more of what that relationship was like between her and Joel. That could be cool. Let us know. Hashtag answer MTTG. Or of course you can go to the forum and let us know there. Thank you guys so much for listening, man. Episode 149. We're going to be 150 next week. This is crazy. We're about to be 3 years old. Whew, in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. And then we got to start planning for that old 200.
Roller skating rink, baby.
At the skate center.
I'm telling you, skate center. It's going to happen.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys. I'm Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games. And we up about this thing. Peace!